Mr. Elias Lönnroth, only half of whose page because of a photocopying mistake is seen here on this paper, was a Finnish physician, philologist and collector of traditional Finnish oral poetry. He compiled the Finnish national epic Kalevala and a less known collection of Finnish folk poems, Kantelettar, roughly translated as maid playing the zitrel, a traditional Finnish instrument. He was born in the southern Finnish town of Sammatti, west from Helsinki, in April 1802, and there he also died in March 1884. He studied medicine at the Academy of Turku. His first academic year coincided with the Great Fire of Turku in September 1827. The university was moved to Helsinki in 1828. Lönnroth continued his studies in Helsinki and graduated in 1832. He got a job as district doctor of Kajaani in northeastern Finland during a time of famine and pestilence. The famine had prompted the previous doctor to resign, making it possible for a very young doctor to get such a position. Several consecutive years of crop failure resulted in losses of population and livestock. In addition, lack of a hospital further complicated Lönnroth's work. He was the sole doctor for 4,000 or so people. He himself was keen on traditional remedies and also administered them. However, he believed strongly that preventive measures such as good hygiene, breastfeeding of babies, and vaccination were the most effective cures for most of his patients. His true passion lay in his native Finnish language, although he knew Swedish and even Latin. He began writing about the early Finnish language in 1827 and began collecting folk tales from rural people about that time. In 1831, the Finnish Literature Society was founded, and Lönnroth, being one of the founding members, received financial support from the society for his collecting efforts. He toured the countryside of Finland, Finnish Lapland, and nearby portions of Russian Karelia. And thus, wherefore he collected the books Kantele, Kalevala, first published in 1834, I think, and then, or 1835, and then in 1849, and Kantelettar. He also undertook the task of compiling the first Finnish-Swedish dictionary from 1866 to 1880. The result comprised over 200,000 entries. Many of the Finnish translations were coined by Lönnroth himself. His vast knowledge of traditional Finnish poetry made him a definite authority in Finland, and many of his inventions have stuck. Botanists remember him for writing the first Finnish language Flora Fennica, or the Plants of Finland, in 1860.